Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and one of the most common questions I get on the channel is, I'm saving up for a tier 10 collector. Which tier 10 should I get my hands on? And there's so many options out there, right? There's the SPHT, which just got released, and this thing's really OP. I mean, my statistics say enough, 76%, 3,700 average damage. The thing's crazy. But is it a fun tank? And that's something you have to ask yourself. Like, I do find it fun to drive this vehicle, but it's slow. It is sometimes team dependent due to the fact that, mediums are so dominant. And in that regard, it can be a bit boring. If your only goal is to win games, then sure, go for something like this. But for me, I personally think that having fun in a video game is the most important aspect. And that's why we're going to be leaning more towards this, the Conf Panzer 70. Now, I think the Conf Panzer is an amazing vehicle. In fact, this tank is so good that I 3-marked it when it was a tier 9, and then Wargaming increased its tier to 10 just a couple months ago. And Wargaming has kind of messed up a lot of the tanks they've brought to tier 9, but this one, which they brought to tier 10, I actually think they did a pretty good job on. It hits hard with 560 damage per shot. It has surprisingly good accuracy, solid DPM, good gun depression at 7 degrees, great mobility, and pretty decent armor, especially when using gun depression. And you add all this together, plus the fact that this vehicle gets tungsten, and yeah, it's a pretty dangerous vehicle. I have to say, I think the Conf Panzer 70 kind of excels in most areas you would want it to. So this game, we have a Chieftain 215B Type 71 and an AMX 50B up against us. They do have a lot of mobile heavies, right? The 215B, the Chieftain, the 50B. So I'm interested to see where the enemy team is going to go and what exactly is going to unfold here, but we'll see what we can do, right? I'm going to start by going towards the heavy side, and we are going to get to the hull down position over here, and we'll play it by ear. But you can see the mobility, right? I mean, this thing's quick. This is a heavy tank, and we are easily chilling upwards of 43 kilometers per hour. I would honestly say that the power to weight of this vehicle is more close to a slower medium than actually a heavy tank, which is really nice. We can see the enemy 215B. We have the 50B in the back, and can't hit that 50B yet. Unfortunately, we just didn't have the gun depression there. Oh, we got the Chieftain over here. Okay. I want to be able to hit this Chieftain. Aiming, and let's see. Boom. Oh, okay. I'm shocked that that didn't pen. The Chieftain has some of the worst side armor in the game, so that shell actually not cutting through the side of the Chieftain it's a bit of a shock, but we're going to reload again, and I don't think that 50B's poking. Let's aim it on the Chieftain lower plate. Let's activate my... Okay. Game's definitely going out of its way to try and punish me, it would seem. I mean, just being honest, right? I mean, it does feel like I'm being punished for making pretty normal plays right now. We have the enemy Chieftain over here, and they are poking, and there you go. Our tungsten shell does end up connecting, and we deal a lot of damage. That's 673 in total there. Unfortunately, our teammate in the Type 71 decided that they didn't want to live anymore and have ended their game. Alright, well, we have the enemy 215B, who we get a very nice shell into for 580. Annoyingly, they actually max roll me for 500 damage in return. We're going to keep backing up, keep backing up, keep backing up. We're going to waste as much time as we can from this player. Let's go for another shell, tracking that 215B in the process. I'm not really sure why they're so hard set on focusing me, but it's not really a good play on their part. The thing about the Conf Panzers, as I said, it actually has pretty good DPM, and yeah, we used that DPM and immediately cleared that player from the game. So that's pretty good. We have the Yo, and we also have the XM over here, who I'd love to be able to hit. We have the Sheridan in the back. We have all these players, and unfortunately right now, I'm not able to hit really any of them. I'm going to move over towards the enemy Type 71, and we're going to see if I can get some damage into this player. Oh, there is the 50B, which we get a nice shell into, 645. We do get hit once, but that's pretty good, taking off that substantial amount of health from that player. That's pretty dang good. So we're going to reload. I have a feeling that the Type 71 is going to poke. Let's aim in, and... well, once again, I get punished by my RNG. But nothing I can really do about that. The Yo is backing off, and I'm also going to back off. I'm a little worried about that Sheridan, but I'm more worried about the 50B than anything else. That's the last thing I want to deal with. So we're just going to chill right here. I'm hoping that I don't get rushed. I think the best position for me to go to would be to kind of reposition back where our minnow is, but at this point, it doesn't look like that matters, as my teammate just got, you know, just annihilated, so, oh well. Let's see. What is that Sheridan's game plan? I'm going to take a shot right there. It misses, and I'm going to be shot by that Sheridan. There's nothing I can do about it. But, oh well. That's Blitz, right? That is Blitz. Okay. Well, let's reload for just a second longer, and let's turn our turret over this way. Let's see. We have the 50B, which we do get a nice shell into. Pretty good stuff. We reload. Come on. Backing up. Reloading again. 3, 2, 1, and there's another HE into the 50B, which bleeds him out a substantial amount. 50B bounces me twice, which is quite nice, and I know for a fact they are out of shells. However, we now have the Sheridan over here, which I should have just shot the 50B. It doesn't really matter, though. I mean, there's no way that we were going to win this with the Type 71 and the Sheridan and everything else. It just wasn't going to be a winnable game. We did 4,300 damage, though, and we blocked 2,870. I mean, as we can see, the gun on this tank is really nice. We got trolled on that Chieftain in the beginning, but apart from that, the gun did everything it needed to. We absolutely farmed the enemy team out. We held. We did our job. And honestly, my heavies weren't really the problem. My my minnow shouldn't have been camping in a minnow. If they had actually pushed up and supported, we might have had a chance of winning. But unfortunately, it's usually the medium flank that you lose on, and yeah, I think that about answers the question. But either way, I think the Conf Panzer is a fantastic tank, and that first game was such a good illustration, right? The gun hits hard, it's got mobility, it's got good hull-down armor, and when you add those things together, there isn't much of a negative aspect of the tank I can really say. So let's try one more game in this tank, and we'll see how it goes. We have a no camo Atlas, which is not very confidence-inspiring. Whenever you see that, yeah, it's just not very confidence-inspiring. Gonna tell my team which way to go. Gonna ping for them because I don't want to lose. Alright, well, start accelerating. As I said, this thing is very mobile, so we are way faster than really any of our heavies here. Maybe the 2 and 5 be a similar levels of mobility than me, but like the Atlas, the 100, none of them really are as fast as me. And even the 2 and 5B, we've definitely out-accelerated, so this thing is quick. We have the Balchation, who is getting shot by the Sheridan full speed on the move. Oh, man. I feel bad for even that bad shot. Like, watching that is just, it's so lame. I can't do anything to that E5, but he's not going to be able to pen me either, so I guess that's good for us, and there you go. Nice shot right into the E5. As we can see, the gun that this thing features is really nice. Like, again, the ability to just strip 600 health off a player like that, it is pretty crazy. And we're going to move up over here. We have the enemy 50B and the 4005. There you go. 650 damage into the 4005. We have the Chieftain, who I'd love to be able to get a shell into. I need to reload for a second longer. 3, 2, 1. Boom. There you go. Chieftain's out of the game. We're up to 1,700 damage already, which is really good. And we have to reload for a few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And let's see. Is the 50B going to poke? I'm detected, but we're not seeing anybody poke right now. Alright, well, I'm going to aim it on the E5, and there you go. 700 damage into that E5 lower plate. Wow. Well, we're up to 2,400 damage now, and I'm not really sure what else to do, because the enemy team is cooked already. Yep, there goes that player. Alright, well, I'm just going to aim it on triple. Get a nice shell into his roof, and rip your team. That is an absolutely horrible enemy team. That's all I can say. There you go. Nice shot into the 4005. We're up to 3,600 damage at this point. I'm not really sure what else to say. I mean, the enemy team is horrible. Basically, the first game we played, I had a horrible team, and let's see. I'm going to give him a shot. There you go. Give you the shot. And now I'm going to aim in. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I get, like, no damage. I was hoping I could get the shell out, but the E100, like, I don't know what happened. I guess the E100 shot him when he jumped off and got the shell. Okay, well, interesting game. That's really all I can say. That is Blitz in a nutshell right there, though. You know, the first game you play, your team sucks, and you're sitting there fighting for your life, and then the next game you play, the enemy team falls apart in 0.2 seconds, and the whole battle's over. I did fine. You know, 3,600 is a good result, and I did the best I could, but man, when you get games like that, it's pretty horrendous. Either way, the Conf Panzer it's a blast. And you saw that. Both games I played, the vehicle performed well. The gun hit every shot in the second game. It's accurate. I really like this tank. I think that it is easily one of the better tier 10 heavies, and it's a vehicle I would recommend to pick up out of all the tier 10s currently available. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.